Who is Chise on the beat? The only shortcut to success. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar and a dream. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur. And today we're going to talk about the only shortcut to success. The only shortcut to success is hard work and sacrifice. We live in a society that everything is microwave ready. We live in a society where everybody just wants things to just come together quick, fast, and in a hurry. So we start a business, we expect within 6 months that business just to take off. We expect that if we have a career, we expect soon we get our college degree to just make a whole lot of money. Or we expect that if we had a certain talent, that because we had that talent, it's just going to take off. And that's not normally the way it is. It normally takes time. It also takes a certain amount of sacrifice. Because the sacrifice is what separates people. I mean, you can have two people doing the same thing, but one person gonna always have a little bit more hard work and sacrifice than the other person. And that's normally gonna be the person that's gonna find a way to win. My life, in my life, it's all about sacrifice. I don't get to spend a lot of time with my close family members. Mom, my dad, nieces and nephews, my woman. It's a sacrifice that has to be made in order for me to accomplish the goals and dreams that I have set aside for myself. There's no way you're going to be able to accomplish goals and dreams without the sacrifice. And I think too many times people think that they can get somewhere in life without sacrificing. So they feel like that they're going to be able to have fun. They're going to be able to have this so-called work-life balance. And it doesn't exist. When you go back through our history and you pay attention to all the entrepreneurs, all the people that became wealthy, those people did not have a work-life balance. Most of those people, they worked and they worked and they worked. I mean, if you just pay attention to it, and that's what separates them from anyone else that's trying to do the same thing that they do. When I wake up every morning, pretty much from Monday until Saturday, because a lot of times Sunday is the only day that I get available. But throughout the week, when I leave my home, it's normally dark. And when I get home, it's normally dark. And there's a lot of sacrifices that I have to make. So there's a lot of times where you might see a whole bunch of other people that are able to go out and club and party. And I'm not able to be able to do that in order for me to get where I'm trying to go. Because it takes so much focus and dedication in order for me to reach my full potential. So I don't have the time to party. I don't have the time to play. There's a lot of people that's out here in the world and their whole life is dedicated about being a playboy and messing with so many women. And at the end of the day, my life is not predicated on that because I can't get where I'm trying to go while I'm trying to mess with 3, 4, 5 different women. It won't work. You have to pick and choose your battles, and you have to understand the sacrifice that's necessary in order for you to accomplish your dreams and goals. And I think too many times we always looking for the easy route or the easy way out. I hear people and they talk about a 4-hour work week. Man, that stuff it's not happening. If you're not willing to put in anywhere from 50 plus hours a week, at least 50, and 50 is the bare minimum, I mean, you're pretty much wasting your time. And also, if you're trying to start a business, you're going to have to sacrifice, and you're going to have to figure a way out to work a full-time job that can help fund that business until it takes off. So a lot of times if you're around people, and some people might say, well, I wasn't able to start that business because I was so tired. And it's like, you have to make that sacrifice in order to get to the next level. So sometimes you're going to have to work on your business while being tired. You will also have to sacrifice your money. Money that you could be partying with, you got to take that money and invest it in your business. Money that a lot of other men will probably trick on other women with, you have to be able to take that money and put that into your business in order for it to grow. You have to put yourself in a position to get where you're trying to go. And another thing you got to pay attention to is this. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So many times people just so quick in a hurry to try to find a quick way to get out of the game. It's like, it's never going to happen. It's never through our history been done so quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's never been done so easy. Everyone has had to work hard. So what makes you think you're going to be able to create a shortcut? Also, while you work through your hard work and your sacrifice, you also learn a lot about yourself. I know one thing about me going through the journey I'm going through right now, I'm learning a lot about being patient. I notice a lot of people, they're really not patient. So they go through the world, they just want everything fast. But what I learned is that every single thing gonna take some form of, it's gonna take time. It takes time to mature. Through going through the things that I've been going through, I've also learned a whole lot more about hard work. So a lot of times when I get off from my first job, then I have to go into the barber shop because I'm also a barber. There are days where I'm busy and there are days where I'm slow. But whether I'm busy or I'm slow, I have to be available at that shop for the people that's going to come in that need a haircut. And in order for me to do that, a lot of times I'm tired. I'm very tired. So what I do, I take a nap in my car. I get in my car, I go to sleep. And when someone need a cut, whether they call me or they might knock on my window and say, hey man, I'm ready for the cut. I get up, I go and I cut their hair. I do what I need to do in order for me to get where I'm trying to go. That's a huge sacrifice. I could say, hey man, I'm so tired, let me go home and go to sleep. I'll try this again tomorrow. But I can't build my clientele because I'm not always available. And the only way I can be available as possible, as much as I possibly can, that means I have to be at work. I have to be on the premises. Clothing brand. My own clothing brand, SC Empire Clothing Brand. The one thing I have to do with that is, I have to get out here and push my clothing brand. I have to find a way to do that in between being a barber and also working my main job. The main job supports and put me in a position to do the other things that I would love to do. A lot of times people are not willing to make the sacrifice to put themselves in the position to do the things that they love to do. I hear so many people and they talk about retiring and they say 20 and 30, man, I can't wait to retire, I can't wait to retire. I don't really believe in retirement. I believe at the end of the day, you should get a job, start a business, or do the things that you love to do, to where at the end of the day that you're not working this job just because you have to. You should put yourself in a position where, hey man, at the end of the day, if I love to cook, I open my own restaurant. So if I love to cook, whether I'm 30 or I'm 70, I'm still gonna cook because that's what I love to do. If we focus more on doing what we love to do, it takes less stress away from our bodies. But a lot of times we focus so much on doing things that we shouldn't really be doing because we're not putting our energy toward our dreams. Your dream gonna take a whole bunch of sacrifice, gonna take a whole bunch of hard work. I remember hearing one time young Jesus said that he was rapping for like over 10 years before he got big. And we'll sit there and wonder, like, within 6 months, like, man, my business should take off. Man, it's gonna take time. I also learned that through investing. When I first started investing, whenever I would like see a loss or the stock would go down in value, because it's not really a loss until you sell. But when the stock would go down in value, I would be like, man, I lost $150, I lost $250, I lost $500. And then I had to sit there and say, hold on for a second. The more and more I did it, I started telling myself, it's gonna go up if you investing in a good company that you believe in. And I only really invest in strong companies, so it's like, okay then, the company it's gonna grow back, it's gonna get back, and it's gonna get to another level. And then I started seeing it might go down for 30 days and then it'll go up way more than a high. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm starting to understand. I just have to be patient. And I have to hold this investment anywhere from 20 to 40 years. Some stuff I probably never sell. But all these things, I learned this because of patience and hard work that I learned from when I first started cutting hair. Because when I first started cutting hair, I didn't have any clients. I was very frustrated. And I remember talking to my pops, and the one thing my pops told me, he was like, son, you starting a business, you work for yourself. It's gonna take you some time in order for you to grow your clientele. I didn't quite understand that at first. I was so used to, okay, if I want something, I just try it, I work hard, and after a short period of time, I get it. Because I was pretty talented at most of the things that I was doing before. But the things that I was doing before, it wasn't as difficult as creating your own economic. When you out there and you create your own money, now it's a little bit different. When your work, the work you put in your business pays you, now it's a little bit different. When you see young people out here in the streets and when they decide to sell drugs, when they decide to rob someone, or you might see a young woman that's a stripper. When you see these activities happen, the reason why they happen because they're not really willing to sacrifice and work hard. So they look for the easy route out. But what normally happens when you take the easy route is that money spent fast. See, but when you dedicate to your craft and you take your time and you're patient and you're disciplined and you work hard, when you get that money stay with you because you're able to invest it, you're able to build something. You see people all the time, you hear things all the time where a person won a lottery and they won $100 million. And when they won $100 million, within a 5-10 year time frame, they went broke. And people be like, man, how could you go broke when you won $100 million? Well, normally what happens in life is you struggle, you learn life lessons, and then through time what end up happening is you finally become wealthy, and now you know how to manage that because of all that time and those life lessons. But when you come from nothing or in poverty, then you get $100 million, what life lesson did you learn? None until you lose it. Now once they lose that money, they learn a life lesson. They learn, maybe I should have invested, maybe I should have found a way to make that money work for me. But they weren't thinking that way before because they never had that life lesson. You have to understand that nothing's gonna come quick, fast, in a hurry. You have to understand that everything that you do is gonna take time. You have to understand that every single day you're gonna have to keep building and building and building. And I hear a lot of times people say, well, dog, man, when black people start businesses, black people don't support them. I agree with that to a certain point. But one of the points I believe is we don't give them an opportunity. Because what happens? We start a business and then within a year or two, if it doesn't pan out, we stop, we quit. What you think will happen if we keep it going? Things take time. Things take time to manifest. And you have to look at life from that point of view. And when you look at it from that point of view, guess what happened? Great thing happened. Great things gonna happen in your life. So invest in yourself, believe in yourself, work hard, and sacrifice. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 and a dream. And I would like for everyone to like and subscribe to my page. Also, check out who is Chise. This is the best producer in Louisiana. Has music all over YouTube. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and check them out. I love this beat right here that he put together.